Hi, everybody. It's your weekly wisdom from me, Kim, at Expressions of the Universe for the week of June 9th through the 15th. Getting smart. I'm at least writing it down now. We are on build up for the full moon in Sagittarius at 25 degrees occurring on Monday, June 17th, depending on where you are in the world. I have your cards. I have your stars. I have your crystals. This week I am going to be using citrine. I have a couple different kinds. I don't know, can you see that? Got this beautiful citrine point, which has something funky inside. This piece of citrine, which is polished. And this is a raw heated piece of citrine. And when I say heated, because see that color? That's not natural. Citrine is, natural citrine is almost clear like quartz. And when it's heat treated, it brings out the color in it, but it also makes it darker. And that's how the discerning eye knows whether this is real or not. I mean, it's real, but it has been heat treated. And then I think I'm going to throw in a piece of tree agate for grounding based on the cards that I have chosen. The reason why I'm choosing the citrine this week is because I want us to build up our prosperity, build up our manifesting muscles, and the energy that I'm picking up for everyone is everybody wants a change. Everybody is sick of the status quo. Finances have been tough for a lot of people. A lot of people have been going through so many different things, and we're wanting a change. And this brings happiness, joy, and prosperity. Citrine. So I really think it's important that we use this, especially building up to the full moon in Sagittarius. I don't know, can you hear my pups? I've been trying to record for all weekend, and this puppy will not stop barking because it's springtime and the windows are open and people are out and she's growing crazy. So that's why this is so late, and I apologize for that. So I'm just going with it. And anyway, I have the little black bag. The astrology really is crazy right now, and it's going to only get crazier. So the theme that I keep picking up is like collective chaos in our lives, a lot of anger, people wanting things to be different. They want things to change. And it's up to us to put these things in motion, tiny baby steps, and get the ball rolling for change. We can't just sit back and be a victim and complain about how things are. And then when I was kind of feeling a little grumpy today, I stopped myself and said, oh my gosh, you are so blessed. You have to remind yourself over and over and over again how blessed you are in every moment, because so many people have it so much worse for so many other reasons that I have no reason to complain about anything. Well, maybe a little bit. We all have that little bit, but I think too often we get stuck in that victim sourpuss mentality, and then that just drags us down further and further and further. So let me pull the cards, and then I'll talk to you about the astrology. Let you know why. If you think your life is crazy, I'll tell you why. It's in the stars. All right, so from the little black bag, we have birth. And with birth comes death, endings, transformations. That came up in my cards. It's coming up in the stars. So this is our focus. It's new beginnings. It's new paths. It's new ideas. It's pretty much everything that we're probably wishing for. So start to make that full moon wish list. So for the new moon, we think about the things that we want to bring into our lives. For the full moon, you can make those wishes. It's pretty powerful, but it's usually for getting rid of things, letting things go. All right, the first card that I chose, and this really kind of fell out of the deck. So I'm going to pair it with this card. It's the 7 of Fire with the 5 of Fire. And what this is saying to me is this is us plowing through the obstacles that are in our lives. And these are the creative ideas that are coming from it. Crazy thoughts, crazy ideas. This is us putting our best foot forward. You have a unicorn here with fireflies dancing all around it. And then you have this fairy here with the fire of creativity and the fire of her thoughts floating above her head. These are perfect symbolisms for the astrology that is going on right now, especially with Mars, our warrior planet, our fire planet, our ego, conjoined with Mercury, which is our thoughts and our words and our communication. However, the problem that we have at hand with this is that they are in direct opposition with the change maker, Pluto. So he brings death, change, transformation, and the rule maker, the karma police, Saturn. So we want to create, we want the new, we want those fires within us to be burning. We want to set off on new directions and plow through those obstacles. And then you have the change maker and the rule maker telling you to stop. No, you can't have these things. That's what's going on in the astrology right now. So it's kind of driving me crazy. I have been longing and yearning for change, for something different. I mean, I know what I want, but Saturn's saying, no, you can't have it yet. And I think a lot of us are feeling that. Now, the card that's coming up midweek, which is Wednesday, it is the Queen of Earth. And I have a lot of glare here. I apologize. The Queen of Earth, but she is in reverse position. So this is telling me that we're truly not even committed yet to the direction that we want to go on, to go in. We're not committed to any one true thing right now. We're not grounded enough. That's one thing for sure. We're kind of just like, well, first of all, we're in Gemini energy. So it's airy-fairy. We're up in our head. We're up in the ethers. We're really unsure of a lot of things right now. But I think the build-up for this full moon next week will be us trying to get grounded and finding something that we can commit to and take that tiny baby step towards so that we can venture out on our path. We can no longer be passive and just sit back and allow things to happen. Sometimes we have to take action. And I think that's why Mercury and Mars are up there, also right next to and conjoined with the North Node, all in Cancer. That's about the home. It's about our feelings. It's about the things that we want. While down below, in opposition, in Capricorn, you've got Saturn and Pluto telling you, no, you can't have this. And you got to remember, Capricorn, it's our finances, it's government, it's authority. It's those slave drivers that we all work for. And that's what I think we really all want to get out of. You know, we just want to live clean, simple, happy lives. And it's so hard because most of us are so indebted with the things that keep us supposedly happy, our homes, our cars that get us to work and get us here and there, and the things that we have, and therefore we're not really happy, are we? So I think a big goal for all of us, especially with these transits in Capricorn, is for all of us to pay off our debt, to spend less, and you'll find that as you do that, your happiness and joy level will actually increase. Coming in on Friday, June 14th, and you know what? Friday, June 14th, we have a grand trine in water, but it is a grand kite. And I'll show you a picture of that in just a moment at the end of this video. But the magician is coming in, and I mean, I can't even make this up. So when you see this, the grand kite, I think I've mentioned it to you before. There's a grand trine, so it's like a triangle, and then there's a line that runs right through it. I've read a couple of you recently that have had grand trines or grand kites in your charts, and it's super special. But the magician also reminds you that you have the magic within you to create and alchemize whatever it is that you want. But you have to put your magic to action. You have to put the combinations together. You can't just let things sit on the table thinking that they're going to come together by themselves. You actually have to mix things and stir them up in order for things to happen, and wonderful things will happen. Now, this grand trine, grand kite, it is in water, so that is about the emotions. It is in Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Now, where the kite comes in is the opposition from Cancer, which is the North Node, Mercury, and Mars, in opposition to Saturn and Pluto and the South Node. And that draws that line or that backbone of the kite right through it. So I will put a picture of that up here at the end of the video so you can see what it looks like. But with the grand trines, so with it being in water, with it being about the emotions, it could say that we're going to be extremely emotional. And without that kite, without that opposition, we really can't do a whole lot about it. We'll sit in the corner and we'll cry like babies because things in our lives are the way they are and they're not changing. But with that backbone of the kite, the opposition, it actually gives us traction. It gives us the energy and the tenacity to want to do something about it. So we won't be sitting in the corner. If anything, we could be making some really huge changes in our lives come next Friday. And that's, oh, sorry, that's where this magician comes in. So if you get off your keister and you put yourself to work, you get yourself into motion, get yourself into action this week, you're going to make some magic. You'll be alchemizing exactly what it is that you're wanting out of life. And I think really with so much of us wanting change, the country or the collective is divided. You have the people, you have 100% of the people really wanting change, something they want changed in their lives. But then that split, that divide is only half of the people will actually do something about it. Even setting the intention for the desire of change will start to, get the universe in motion. You'll be putting your wishes out into the ethers. Remember, your thoughts, your words create things. So if you want change, you want things to be better, set the intention and then just take those little baby steps. Like, what can I do today to make my life better? I'll think of three things that I'm grateful for. Trust me, gratitude is the attitude, and it brings about immense change. When I find myself grumpy, I stop myself in my tracks and I'll think of something I'm grateful for immediately. And it does change my whole entire perception, can't speak, of, how I'm feeling. I will just stop myself dead in my tracks and change those thoughts. What else did I have on my list that I wanted to write? The universe is requiring us to change. Over the next 6 months, things could be extremely difficult, chaotic, filled with obstacles, but I think that that's why I loved this card with the unicorn, just plowing through all of the obstacles that come his way. And even though maybe the unicorn is a little afraid of what lies ahead, he's going to keep plowing through just the same. The unicorn stands tall, stands strong, and is fearless because the unicorn knows that he's filled with magic and nothing is more powerful than that. And that's also why I chose citrine for this week because it is one of the most magical, powerful crystals that one can carry with them for prosperity, abundance, manifestation, happiness, and joy. And I think I'm going to leave you at that. Now I'm going to post a picture right after this so that you can see what the grand Trine kite looks like. And if you have any questions about this, feel free to comment me. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe to whichever side my little face is on down at the bottom, and be sure to hit that bell when you subscribe so that you get notifications when I post my weekly wisdoms, when I post my monthly tarot scopes for each sign. And I do want to do a lot more work. I really want to do a live weekly wisdom, or, for the month. I'm dying to do a live show. I was just trying to get somebody to collaborate with me and so that they can help me moderate. Yeah, I've been dying to do a live show, but I can't do it by myself. I need some help. So if anybody is in my area and they're willing to want to help moderate my show, give me a shout out. I'll invite you over. We'll have a party over here and we'll do some live weekly wisdom. All right, until next week, have a great week and stay tuned. I'll show you a picture of that grand kite, grand Trine in water. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Bye. I almost forgot. P.S. Jupiter is in sky, shining super bright this coming week. You can even go out there tonight and look at it. Last night it was gorgeous. It is in perfect opposition to the sun in Gemini. And so it's casting this really funky shadow, making it look like this big, huge star. Look to the east if you're in the northern hemisphere. In the night sky, it will look like a big, bright, shining star, and that will be Jupiter. Be sure to check it out because it's just amazing. And Jupiter, it is, it's what brings us our luck. So make a wish when you see it. Bye. Oh, here is the astrology chart for Friday. And here you'll see the grand Trine in water. That's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And then here is that backbone that I was talking about. And it's the opposition from Mars, the North Node, and Mercury, all conjunct, all within a few degrees of each other, opposing the rule maker, Saturn, and the change maker, Pluto. This is what will give us traction. This is what will help us get into motion. Get those thoughts and those feelings and that energy and that fire into motion. Now here we have the moon also conjunct with Pluto down here. So all of these planets are all within a few degrees of each other. So that means that they are conjuncting. So I would expect Friday is going to be a supercharged day, a little freaky deaky. Puppies are confirming this. And if you have any questions about this grand Trine, grand kite, please message me. Let's talk about it. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Have a great week. Love you and thanks for watching. Bye.